Yep. Well, of course. Um, Hold on 1 second. Number one, I want you to look up right here. So we'll know that we're talking about a bank. Freedmen's Trust and Savings. So this says the number of depositors' accounts, names of depositors. I'm saying this because this backs up what Dan Calloway said. The crazy part about this 1865. Yeah, the war started like 1861. I didn't know why things was going the way they was going, and the numbers. If you want to play the numbers game, I don't play the numbers game. I told you I'm not into all of that. Let me show you what I don't see. First, what I'm gonna say, what I don't see on here is on page. This is page 33. Let me put this down. Got the 33 right there. So let me go across this top here. It tells you the currency, gold, silver, name of depositors, like I said, and then the running number, whatever that is. I don't really care about that. But then y'all got, first of all, who was keeping these books? You see what it say right here? If anybody wants to learn about where your money at, where you might have some money, where the government might have some money, this book right here is in the National Archives. See right down here in the bottom, that's what it says. So this is something that, you know, you can copy and paste, and that's somebody's handwriting. You see all that fucking brown shit all over it. Share this live right now with me, please. If you're out there, share the live, and I'm gonna drop the link because I'm gonna show you. You probably already saw the short that I uploaded. This is why I don't play around with my money because y'all don't play around with y'all money. Y'all think y'all can come over here and play with our money. Ah, shit, or get off the fucking pot, bro. Like, you, y'all ain't got enough money up there in the treasury. See what you didn't expect. You thought people was just gonna just keep collecting money and, just throw it in the bank and then let it collect interest. And some of them might not know, yo, we've been had a bank account. We were banks. We were the bank. When bank, the money was real. So when I say Niji Green, I don't want that bullshit. If you took something from me, I know how to get it back. See, I don't know how these Solomons roll and on down. I don't know the history, but I know they was in the war. But the Solomons were Creek Indian. My grandmother married a Solomon and had two daughters. One of them being my mother. So she passed that down to me. So I can see why people want to fuck with my name and think that it's a game. Or would want to take me out the game for being stubborn. And then I don't give a fuck about that either. The threats, I don't care. I really don't care about those either. I don't care about threats. Not care about. The Bible says that a man is supposed to lead to his children's children. In the midst of me doing that, somebody felt like that it was alright to steal something from me. I wanted the fuck back. You assholes all paying off your fucking all of these love affairs y'all fucking having and shit like that. Don't have me waiting in the background for nobody for no shit that y'all got playing these dumbass games on the internet. Ain't gonna be no crash out. Nobody getting ready to pick up no weapon and do nothing. Let me just make sure that my last joint right there. We all got all this fucking scribble scrabble and all of this shit right here. Henry Solomon. I'm looking at that number though. Mm. Now I don't know if somebody couldn't write straight across or whatever. I don't know. But Henry Solomon goes. So this goes. Look, these two lines go to what? This one thing right here, where it says Union Labor Society. Cause then look over here. Look right here. The dollar sign right here. This looked like six figures. If this is what paid out all the way back then, hmm, yeah, payments of dividends. But they was paid over here. This date. Yeah, how come some of these Jones got blue, right? And I can't really ask all these questions. I can't really interpret all this, but I know goddamn well this is bank records. Where, where the date at over here? Who was paid? What y'all trying to rob us? Pencil, look at these red marks. Like somebody tried to fucking pencil beat us to death on our bread. And it should have been more than enough because, to be in all honesty, he wasn't no. He was a farmer. His dad was a farmer. He already had the farm. That's the son. The dad name is Hal. That's the son. Dahlia, my grandfather's grandmother, she was born 1888, not into slavery. How you born in from having a bank into slavery? I'm trying to figure that John out. That's some amazing. Yo, that's some crazy shit right there. So I'm just gonna scratch that out my mind. That's this side. Then y'all tried on the Robinson side, and then you try to take out the Oliver. So it all connects to my grandmother, who's trying to rub my grandmother out and then rub me out, my existence. And when I say my existence, no, I ain't talking about I'm worried about somebody trying to shoot me. No, I mean as if I wasn't, I never was. Gave me these two fucking names, but they both end in Solomon. Where said this is from? I mean, they wouldn't be lying on here, right? This, I mean, if they say in their sources, it says registers of signatures of depositors and branches of the Freedmen's Savings and Trust Company. It's from Michael from Index to Deposit Ledgers for the Freedmen Savings. Yeah, I mean, this ain't no BS, I'm sure, right? Let me see. So I found this article right here, and then for like somebody's looking up 3 obituaries, but this shit got Donald Trump name. Like, what the fuck is you worried about my family for in Sylvania? This is a Sylvania telephone drone. I mean, boom. Why y'all in my account? Why y'all didn't make up your own fucking Ancestry.com account? You're a fucking president. Somebody else could have made that shit up. Why the fuck is y'all in my account? You helping pay for it? And then I'm reading the article. So let me just let you in on a little bit. So, I don't like to see anybody get bullied. And it ain't my business to be in anybody else's business. So I try not to know. I mean, I know shit, but I ain't trying to talk about it. But you do know I know what Moulin Rouge is with the United States Army. So they're talking about you. The chaos of those who refuse to accept election results, the pandemic, the economic collapse that followed, and the brutal Russian invasion of Ukraine and the potential for fuel prices pressures. Something I really don't give a shit about. I want to know why are y'all in my fucking account? Like you don't got money to buy your own goddamn account and look up whatever the fuck you want to look up. This is such an invasion of fucking privacy. For what? You wanted to know about this man right here in my account? All this is about the elect. This is about the election. Look what it's saying now. Let's see what's that. I'm just going to go to certain names that I know something about. Jones, Green. I know that this Green name is the attorney, was an attorney. Shout out to Big Stacks 24. Peace. I know that Green was the name of an attorney, Matthew Green. Yeah, from the law firm that was representing that bullshit trust LS. Yeah, Lone Star Funding. Yeah, that's that bullshit ass John right there. That owe all these people money. Now, I don't care. I don't care about none of that. We talking about today, not reparations, not none of that stuff. We're talking about righting the wrong that you did under your watch. That's your Justice Department, everything. That's why I downloaded consumer everything. Let me just say, everything that was put in place to help us, you tried to fuck it up. You're a greedy motherfucker. I never seen so much greed in one fucking man than I see it in Donald Trump. You live straight off of debt, my man. Off of debt. So I know you had to be listening because you be doing shit to try to fuck with me. Cause I'm seeing through your bullshit. I'm trying to think of a time that somebody complained about the goddamn election that he won. You was complaining then. It only fucking you only complain about winning the fucking election. Somebody fucking around with the election when it don't go your way, and that is dangerous for America. So I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about no Bitcoin. I don't give a fuck about the stock market. I don't give a fuck about Dodge. I don't give a fuck about no God. I don't give a fuck about that dude from South Africa. Y'all trying to say make $1 trillion, take that little poor shit up, go up to space about 10 miles up, and then come right back down, rewind the film back down. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Where is our fucking money? You using our money to pay off strippers? So you don't got shit. You don't got shit on me. Yeah, you could go get BuzzFeed and all them, Oliver Stone, whatever the fuck his name is, Robert Stone, whatever the fuck that dude is that used to just keep talking shit for you, and anybody else that fall for your shit. I salute you, but I would tell you to your fucking face how you, your son, all y'all got some type of cryptocurrency. And then, so when your cryptocurrency doing good, that fucking Bitcoin be pieces of shit that they trying to pass along. And I won't listen. I'm not touching the shit. Unless it's getting ready to drive up this economy for the benefit of our people, I'm not touching that shit. Take your fucking them you your wife got her own cryptocurrency. You'll take all your cryptocurrency and y'all get us out of debt. Y'all get that stock market back up. You all them backdoor deals you got going on. Yo, you got all of the scandals, man. All of the scandals, bro. And that name right there, Jones and Green. See that right there with the. Let me make it big enough. It says big lie. You know how I know this was bullshit? As soon as I seen that 4chan, I remember exactly what was put on that 4chan right before something happened. I'm not gonna mention. I'll just say 1 October, some shit like that. It was on 4chan and all of this, and all of these channels got busted because they was talking about it. That's why I didn't talk about it. I just knew about it. You know what was funny? I know this last name for some reason. I don't know. I mean, it sucks when we know how to do something before the banks knew it, before any of that Federal Reserve bullshit came up, Jekyll Island, we knew about trust. Revocable trust to, you know, since y'all took away these, you know, banks, we just put our stuff in trust. So is we because you the president now, because you call yourself Trump, I know about your license and know your name. Yeah, you say you bought pot gave you $1 million, and now you're a billionaire by licensing your name to Burger King. Bro, I tell you your whole goddamn career. but you are commander in chief, and I'm a veteran. 2019, I just showed on the last live, it was something written. 2019, that was supposed to protect veterans. What you do to protect veterans except attack them? Because I know you listening to me. So now you keep having all of these things happen right around me. Because you think that I would crash out and that I don't know. See, you got all of these lawyers. That's how I learned that you knew about the net operating loss. It was like 950. It was like 950 million. You burned somebody out. You wouldn't even let none of your homies or none of that get none of that 950 million so they can write off their losses. You took that to the head. I know you're an asshole when it comes to real estate. If you don't get your way, you'll take it and you'll, like that lady you did down there in Virginia with the wine yard. She couldn't pay us something, so you just built something right in front of her fucking house just to fuck up the real estate. Yeah, that's that little dumb punk shit. But you're not, I mean, you're not the type, I mean, you put out, you started it up. I have to give you that. You started it up about telling the truth about indigenous Americans. Now, I don't know how where you expected it to go. Did you expect that the indigenous Americans just gonna take a fucking day? We don't want our bread or none of that. Y'all keep giving money to every fucking body else. But indigenous Americans, you give us a fucking day and we supposed to be happy? Shit, you might as well have left that goddamn Black History Month. The shortest month in the joint, you gonna give us another short day. 24 hours. That we celebrate that we supposed to celebrate that one day that we indigenous American. It's like 365 days in a year, 364 on without the when this is regular. See, I'm not in charge of the indigenous American. I'm just in charge of a trust that's for my family. So when I'm talking, I'm not talking for all indigenous Americans. So don't take it out all on them. You can take it out on me all you want. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I really don't. I don't stay in Arizona. I don't want to go to Michigan. I don't want to go to Nevada. I don't want to go to none of them places. The only time I want to go to is Georgia, Berks County, Scriven County, Macon, everywhere my family, Sardis, all where my family has land. No, y'all not drilling and putting no goddamn data centers there. Unless my family is saying that's what we want. You're not going to get them caught up in no conspiracy, so they out of there, and they don't have nobody young enough to try to teach them, tell them like, yo, listen, don't let them do this, and that, and third, because I'm starting to see on the lands, the trust, they not there. They in regular people's name, and they turning into estates. Nah, we don't want no estates. We want trust like before. Yeah, so y'all can play all them fucking dumbass games, taking taxes, fighting for years over that with a trust. Yeah, that shit slide right through. Don't you got a fucking trust now? You trying to slide right on out the door with you and your family. Everybody talking about trust now, like they just now heard of it. Yeah, y'all probably did just heard of it, because I'm making a big fucking deal about it. That's why y'all broken my shit trying to. You probably seen one trust that I did because somebody wanted out of the trust. So I let them get it out. But the other part of the trust, it stayed intact. And not Georgia. I don't have to register with Georgia for a trust that was already in existence. You can't pass no law. You can't pass shit. Congress can't pass no law. The IRS can't do shit about something that was already in existence to make it not be in existence. It's called an ex post facto law. Wouldn't that be an ex post facto law? Because the trust don't got nothing to do with no treaties that y'all had with us. And it damn sure ain't had nothing to do with nothing about no IRS, the IRS, that code that keep changing every fucking year. I don't even know, is the IRS even a part of the goddamn United States? I think it's private. That's why you would put your trust, the Donald J. Trump uh, organization trust, revocable trust against Capital One. You knew that I would jump onto that. And I will. Just for the reason that they doing it. But you're not getting ready to burn me out my change, eh? Period. I already said. Ain't no part of any transaction gonna be us losing any more land or us just laying down like, oh yeah, you did that. No, we're gonna be in fucking court. When you get out of office, you should stay in office or whatever. I don't care about none of that. I just know how to go to the right people. And don't forget, you could try any bullshit you want with any of these federal courts here, but remember, someone made an international court. Yeah. And someone internationally tried to break into my fucking computer from Tel Aviv, where you was at. You want me to pull up the case and show you his name, him and his wife? They spell his wrath, something like that. Israel. They said they was gonna do something to my daughter too in New Hampshire. You seem to think that if someone does join your group that they don't have any power. I'm not joining your fucking group. None of them. I don't want to be in nobody group. I want to be in my family. That's all I want to be in. In my family. We're not a group. We ain't no thugs. We ain't no gang. We ain't none of that. We want to conduct business like we've been conducting business before the fuck y'all came over here. On them bullshit ships she's talking about that we came over here. 12 million Americans came over here. Yeah, you know how that shit is always some 12, some some dividend of 3. It got a 3 in there somehow. The 3 factors in somehow. Like I got 3 names, so that could, you know, if I was to believe history, did that somebody that's an assassin, they got 3 names. But I don't go into that shit because I ain't an assassin. I'm an indigenous American. Somebody took something from me. I want it back, or the equivalency. I want it back. I don't want your promises, nothing. Cause you know this shit. I don't know. I'm looking at the date that someone sent me an email, and they saying, but how many fucking people gotta take off of that bread, and then how many fucking emails y'all gonna send and ask me for the information that y'all already fucking broke in the computer and y'all know? Why would you ask me for the information? Send me my bread. Y'all already know my bank account and everything. Yo, send the bread. For everything that you seen on this channel that I showed that yo you did some crooked shit. Not just you, not you necessarily, but you know, somebody that you would be responsible for. So if you got so much pulled up and pen up here in Pennsylvania, that should be easy. I mean, what the fuck? You want me to make a movie? Y'all coming stealing the shit out the crib? The shit was fucking fun. You know what I mean? Just playing, mind games with y'all little psychological John shit y'all be trying to do. That shit don't work on me. It's like I got a fucking helmet on that shit don't work on me. I'm talking about I want my money. All of it. I don't give a fuck who y'all blame it on or not. I'm not doing that. What y'all asked me to do? I ain't doing that. I don't get into the presidential race because I can't vote. So why the fuck do I care about who become the president and all of that? I can't vote him in. I can't go out there. I'm not going out there with no boom booms and no nothing talking about yeah, president. I ain't having all that on my shirt. No, I'm not doing that. I don't do that. My endorsement ain't worth shit. I ain't worth shit except for the money and the securities that I learned how. Yeah, I trade them in for property. And then someone stole my daughter's truck. Y'all gonna replace that shit. Who the fuck y'all think y'all is? Where the fuck you think you at? Y'all gonna replace that and we ain't gonna replace that because it was no fucking we didn't have any fucking uh recurrent bills that we had to pay on no car. Debt free except for the damn electricity and all that shit that Comcast shit that we gotta pay. And yeah, the Comcast end up being the best thing investment I ever made because it caught y'all stealing. Sucker. First, now, let me take this down. I don't know who this person is. They was just popped up in my jaw while I'm looking at this. What's the date of this? I don't know if that's anybody. That ain't my business. Who come over here? Wait for these to load. Uh, Here, we clearly got somebody. I don't know this motherfucker right here. I don't know nobody on here. But you got somebody just texting my joint, talking this shit. Do you see me responding to any of this bullshit? What's slander? Where's the lawsuit at? Where the lawsuit? Why somebody sue me? Cause I said if I'm lying, I'm flying. Why ain't nobody sued me yet? Because in the same fucking John, you want to be left alone, but then you start going out and talking about, yo, fuck you. Sounds like somebody that just escaped from fucking one of them hospitals. So I'm just trying to wonder, is the president gonna sit around and try to use everything in his power to harass me? Because my last name's Solomon, and I refuse to back down from you. I'm not letting nobody steal no more of our land. I'm going to check out the land records. I was already checking them out, and y'all try to get rid of. You thought that you could get rid of my grandmother's, um, the loan version of her birth certificate, and I wouldn't be able to backtrack to our family. No, I always knew it was. It's it's the thing when it's not no win or no loss for nobody. It's just that correcting a wrong. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Give me mine what we lost. Fuck y'all think y'all gonna just blow up a fucking whole goddamn joint and a firefighter get hurt, no ATF agents, no DEA, no nothing come up there. Just the fucking fire department. just this was funny too, cause this the type of shit you be into. Ain't this how you break into somebody's phone? Fuck you, Doug. So you know that's somebody from Maryland. That's how they talk. Better not release another video. Oh, let this all on your watch. Y'all got time to break into my motherfucking computer, but you ain't got time to backtrack to that number. You don't got the ability to backtrack to that number. Because what you think, you're going to back me into a corner and I'm be like, oh, I surrender. I surrender. No, fuck no. Like, you gotta take care of your family, I gotta take care of mine. I don't care how big your family is. You shouldn't care about how big my family is. Is you wanted to do some business, you should do some business and did it the right way. And I ain't throwing this shit through no fifth and sixth, seventh and eighth party. When I do business, I sign my name like I showed. I claim what I claim because I know I'm right, and then I sign it the way it's supposed to be signed. I'm not worried about nobody taking me to jail for what. Yeah, to come out so people like this can be fucking, but it was really somebody from the fucking United States Attorney's Office. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers, yo. When I be up here and I be saying that, I really ain't playing with y'all, but I know how y'all try to do. You ain't gonna hit me with no motherfucking shot. Now, same guy, he's trying to clean up. Let me tell you, this how sloppy it is. I be having to tell motherfuckers. Yo, Delicate Thorn Society and the Rohabi Society shit. This motherfucker just added you to two groups without your permission. No, ML stand for Mapagos Lion. But they talking to Gita 13. Gita 13. 2023. The fire was December the 20th. December 29th, this motherfucker keep calling my is on my jack, leaving these voice shits. And I'm telling you straight up. Let me show you. He leaves all of these joints, and then I say, finally, tried to play the kid. Whose voice is talking? You tell me. Plus, I never mentioned a tablet. What you mean? You know what the fuck I meant. So when I go up here and I put these things up here, he's doing this to do what? There will be no more MGR. We did black magic to shut that YouTube channel down. Whatever the fuck he trying to say, whatever. I don't give a fuck about this. MGR right here, right now. My ass ain't been in the air for nobody. It ain't going in the air for nobody yet. It ain't even going in the air. Y'all done got me so creeped out. I ain't even trying to go to the doctor. I'm worried about y'all trying to knock me the fuck out. We've been on an hour. I'm talking long enough. Every time I find something, I'm gonna come live until it's time for me to submit to Judge Leeson. All of this bullshit that y'all been doing, it didn't work. It's not gonna work. I'm owe it. I want it, and you should have been did it by now. You up there paying off these stripper Johns. Yeah, I don't know who you got recording, listening, whatever. It don't matter. Let me see what this John look like. So I can't even show nobody this because they wouldn't they most people don't know how to understand this. I'm looking at the currencies. Yo, the British pound and the U.S. dollar is the only one they gain 0.26 today. But your buddy, you know, space exploration, that shit jumped up 15.83%. How you letting somebody come in here and break us? Well, let him break everybody else that want to be broke. You already done got your personal attorney as the head of the Department of Justice, and you call that independence, and you making America great again. When the fuck they do that? Your personal attorney becomes the head of the Department of Justice, and it's supposed to be independent. No, it's your personal lackey that you sick on whoever you want to sick them on. But you think it ain't in a way. You think you just above the whole law. There's no president that's above the law. The same way the Constitution puts you in, the Constitution will take your ass right out. Yeah, the shit y'all, the shit y'all was looking up. Why the fuck y'all was looking up Richard Nixon and my shit? I don't know Richard Nixon. Wasn't that the last president that they got him out of office? I don't know what you're trying to do, Mr. Trump, but yeah, I'm not gonna be a part of that. I don't care who you fucking send down trying to make like you giving me some action or like, if I don't do this, you gonna do that. Yeah, man, I don't care about that. I got everything on tape to show that you put me in this position. And I still won't tell the trade secret. That's loyalty. But it's loyalty to the office of the presidency, not to the actual person. But since you are the actual person that's fulfilling the office of the presidency, you need to take care of your business. The whole time laughing at you, they ain't laughing at me. Because I ain't nobody. Now, let me don't get what I asked for. And I ain't even trying to be. And the reason I said what I lost. I like, man, gangs want to think I'm gonna be filling out all of these fucking papers and shit that I'm not filling out all. You think I'm worried to fill out all these fucking papers they got for y'all can't pay somebody their money back straight? You gotta hire somebody, pay them like $20 a month so they can pay you for everybody that fucking had your information. Every third party that gave out your information, they want you to pay $20 a month to get about $36 a month until everything is paid off. Fuck that. Did y'all take the money like that? That's like paying the fucking mortgage. You got money, go grab the crib. I'm sure what crib want. I don't want to see none of y'all around me. None of that. You done took my money already. I got that documented. You said you was giving out people their license to carry. Where my license to carry? You just rob me out my money any type of way you want. You think you're gonna flip me around, fuck me around all types of ways. No, the fuck you not. You're not even in charge of the fucking banks. You get to pick one person. That's Federal Reserve. Them people get you out of there before anybody else.